What I'm saying today is that you let yourself down within a relationship. You didn't show up for yourself. The Queen of Pentacles came reversed. There is a loss of your own sovereignty, a loss of your own expression within the relationship. And this can absolutely, definitely change. I've already done the spread, so we're going to see that in details together. But I can tell you there is a big lesson learned here. There is big change, shift over within yourself, but how you approach others, how you approach your relationships, how you set yourself within the relationships, what kind of boundaries you want or you don't want. I mean, you always want boundaries, but how you want to show up for yourself within the relationship. And the fact that that Queen of Pentacles came reversed at all is really showing me a loss of the sovereignty, self-care. Self-care hasn't been here fully within the relationship. You let yourself down a bit within this relationship. You didn't show up for yourself in splendor, unconditionally, sovereign, honest, truthful within that relationship. You kind of let yourself be, let things pass as you didn't really notice what was happening. But what I'm saying in the next card, the Seven of Pentacles, is that you are wanting to show up for yourself. That has been the big issue, is that you didn't do that before. Apparently, you didn't show up for yourself. You didn't fight for your own expression, for your own truth. Expressing your truth within a relationship, always with kindness, of course. Please don't just attack people, but at least express your truth and showing up as you are within the relationship, not pretending to be someone else, not just going under just to satisfy the desires of another person. That is not functional. That is not a functional relationship. A relationship has to be with pure intentions on both sides, open hearts on both sides, and expressing one's truth always within that relationship. If things are left unaddressed, unexpressed, conflict will inevitably occur at some points. But now that you're aware, you've been aware, that's what I'm saying, is that you've been aware that you didn't quite show up for yourself. And that shows in the next card as well, the High Priestess can reverse. You didn't show up in your highest aspects with relationships. You feel that you could have done more. You could be more within the relationship. I'm not saying like you, as you're seeing this reading, you're probably thinking about one relationship in particular, but I'm expressing that it doesn't limit itself to just one relationship. This relationship is showing you how you've been showing up within a relationship with any relationship. That makes sense? I think so. How you show up with someone else. And you've seen within this particular troubled relationship that you want to show up for yourself as your highest expression. You want to show your highest garment. You want to show up as a queen and as a king. You want to express yourself fully, unconditionally. And you don't want to lose yourself in a relationship. Nobody wants to lose themselves in a relationship. Nobody wants to let themselves down or don't have boundaries. But that tends to happen where we have traumas or repeating patterns that we've seen with others, our parents, our friends, in school, whatever happens. And if you just keep repeating these negative patterns, these self-defeating patterns in relationships, then eventually you come to a point where you just had enough. And that's the point of this reading today. If you're watching this video, you had enough and you want change, absolutely. And that's what you're seeing within this reading. Just to know, if you want to go further in details or you have any other questions, private consultations are available in the description below. The next card that came is Temperance. That's what you keep thinking about. You want stability in a relationship. You want peace. You want fair exchange. You want balance. you want highest order love, expressed love and care from both sides. Because of course you want to give that to another person, but you also want to receive that. Absolutely, you do. And that's what I'm saying in this card, is that you want a relationship, not only this relationship, if this relationship can become more functional and serve both of you in the highest aspects, but at least in any relationship, you do want to see that peace and stability and love. You want that. And that troubled relationship we're talking about today has shown you that more than ever, is that you do want to see that happen within your life. You do want to fix that. You want to address it. That's why you keep watching this video, is that because you want to have functioning, healthy relationships within your life. And that comes through expressing your truth with kindness, always expressing your truth. It's not easy, of course, because you're showing up for yourself. You're showing your true colors to the other person, raw as you are. And if the person is not ready for it, or it's not holding a safe space for you, or it's just focused on their own traumas or pains, then you might not always be receiving the right way, but at least you are showing up for yourself. And in some other relationships where the person is well-intentioned and kind, it's always working out for the highest good. It's always building towards a stronger, healthier relationships. It's about expressing your truth and showing up for yourself. Showing up for yourself. The next card, what needs to happen is, oh, we have the Tower. Yes, it can be quite a rough card to look at, but what might need to happen is either one of two things, or can be both. You have to break your, eventually you might have to break your ways of approaching a relationship. You might want to have a really completely different approach to a relationship, and not showing up in a new relationship or any current relationship in the same ways as you've done before. Meaning your loss of sovereignty, your loss of your true expression. You might need to completely change that over and become that person that is really expressed in your divine truth and freedom and expression. So really showing up for yourself. Or, second version of this card, well, if you are in a troubled relationship and the other person is not accepting you exactly as you are and not agreeing with your personal truth and boundaries, then what happens then? Do you still want to stay in a healthy and healthy relationship? Or do you want to make a switch over? That's just entirely up to you, following your own intuition. And the last card, the result, what is coming out of all of this, is your Page of Pentacles, so in Page of Swords, is your expression unlimited, expressing your thoughts, expressing who you are, what you want. That is what's coming out of these situations, this relationship as well, in particular, is that you are expressing who you are. You are being very witty and sure of yourself within this new threshold in this relationship, but also any new incoming relationship, is that because you've learned from that difficult relationship and you learn how to show up for yourself unconditionally, then yeah, you've claimed that peace, that serenity, that balance within the relationship. And now you are truthfully yourself. within a relationship, and you are free to express your own thoughts, emotions, intentions within a relationship. That is the new you. That is the Page of Swords that you are showing up for yourself. All right. Thank you for watching the reading. That's what I have to say for today, and please subscribe. More videos to come.